and eradication of cancer stem cells.
My project compared effectiveness and coping mechanisms for students with fatigue.
Oh, my project's on brain cancer.
Is access to media and technology and impacts on knowledge on global warming.
Bitcoin's potential application and how it works, like as a gold-backed dollar.
So my main focus of study is minimally invasive surgical robot for heart surgery. It's like, instead of having these big robots with all these metal arms going into you, it's going to be this one singular thin snake-like robot that kind of slithers inside veins and arteries, and it's just going to be a lot easier to do surgery. It's going to be a lot cheaper, and it's going to be a lot faster. I've been using Google Scholar, and I've been taking articles from there and putting it into this website called Sci-Hub to unlock them, and then I just read them over and over. I study, I highlight, and then yeah.
And are you working with someone in the medical or some related?
Yeah, I'm working with his name is Dr. Khosrow Shirvani from Farmingdale State College. He has a doctorate in mechanical engineering, and he is an assistant professor at the school who focuses on robotics and control engineering. I am presenting. We all are. There's going to be, we have this board, and we're working on a slideshow presentation, and we're going to be printing those slides out and pasting them onto the board. And then June 6th, we're going to set up in the cafeteria with all the boards, and then students and parents can come as they please. I think mentors will be there as well. And then you can just give a short little talk about your research topic. After this year, over the summer, I'm in contact with my mentor. We're currently trying to figure out a day where I could actually meet him at his school, and he's going to introduce me to all the labs and all the tools he has. So we're going to be designing, we're going to think of ideas. We're going to design the robot and hopefully build it over the summer. So then senior year, I can write my paper on it and then present it in the final symposium. Thank you. Thank you.
I was interested in all things like pertaining to sleep, and I thought that this program would be like the most in-depth way that I could explore it more.
Great. Okay. Do you have experience with sleep issues, or do people like friends or family have some?
Yeah, a couple of my family members experience like certain sleep disorders like sleep apnea and things like that. So yeah, I thought it would be helpful to learn more about it.
That's great. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you conducting your research, and have you found a mentor, and how is that all?
No, I haven't yet found a mentor, but I'm still emailing different people from different facilities. And I plan to like collect data using this thing called a polysomnograph and a series of like questionnaires. So basically, most people will start by looking up different colleges who specialize in whatever topic they chose, and there will be a section that says staff, and you go to there and you find their email. You can email them through there, and hopefully they'll respond. Facilities? Well, there's some sleep research labs where they'll have clients with sleep disorders come in, and they have things like a professional polysomnograph. And many people who work in the schools are more like obviously experienced in the subject, and they might even have a lab of their own with the school that's connected to it.
So is the work that they do also kind of leading to the research that you're doing?
I also switched topics. I was initially doing something in engineering, but then I decided I probably couldn't do that. I didn't have the resources. So I switched to psychology, which is kind of removed from chemistry and engineering. So I'm working on the effect of unconscious associations or unconscious learning on human behavior. So I was originally doing visual attention specifically, so I'm using visual arrays to test how people pick up information when they don't know about it. My mentor's son helped me code this, so it's going to be an online interactive experiment, and he just finished coding it, so we're about to start.
So how does this play into your college search and things that you might want to do?
So if the results of this are even somewhat successful, I could build off of this experiment and pursue psychology in college. My fallback, of course, is like civil engineering because my parents are both civil engineers, so I know a little bit about that. So. So it definitely affects my schedule. I don't have that much free time. Well, especially last year, I didn't have that much free time after school or before school because I was working on a lot of stuff, and before school we had classes. Now it's a lot better because we only come 2 times a day, but the work is a lot. We have a lot of time to do a lot of this work, but there is a heavy workload. I think the public presentations. I don't do a lot of public speaking, so it's really helped me improve.
How do you feel about today's symposium?
I really like today's symposium. I think that I've seen a lot of really interesting research that the students have done, and I'm interested in learning more about what they're going to do. I think there are some juniors here who have some research that they've started and are going to continue this next year. There are some awesome seniors here who have completed their research, and so it's just really amazing to see all the wonderful work that the students have done and learn more about what they found in their research.
I heard that you was a student here. Is there opportunity for you in that time to have like such a great opportunity to communicate with everyone else?
Well, I was a student here. I didn't participate in science research, unfortunately. I was too scared. I was too nervous. But I think that, now as a teacher, seeing that, I'm like, wow, I really should have, because it's really awesome to see young, amazing, talented students go out and actually do research. I mean, research is extremely difficult, especially in science. So I think it's promising to currently see that right now.
Thank you to hear that from you. Thank you. What interests you most in the science research?
Honestly, it's really the people there who really make the class great. The teachers obviously are some of the best science teachers we have in the department, and they really make the class truly fun. And just the public presenting is really what draws me into the class the most.
I really like your project. Can you discuss about your project?
It's kind of a bit long-winded, but it's basically the use of artificial intelligence to help those who may not have access to healthcare. Either they're living in rural areas miles away, or they're prohibited from walking, for example. They're able to use AI chatbots to understand and obtain medical information.
Would you mind telling us the objective of your study?
Well, so the objective of the study is to help CRISPR with its delivery system, which could potentially cure many genetic diseases.
And can you give an example of a genetic disease, please?
There's many genetic diseases such as cancer, Alzheimer's disease, HIV, sickle cell anemia, and many more.
One of the highlights of the St. Francis Prep school year is our Science Research Symposium. And we have the 2 originators here of the symposium, and they want to describe to you what it's all about. So,
to our director.
Thank you so much. My name is Casey Clark. I'm the director of the program. This is an opportunity for students to be able to engage in an individual research project of their choosing. It's a 3-year-long program, so our seniors have been at this for 3 whole years. We do also showcase our juniors and our sophomores who are starting out in the program, and everything is up to them. So every topic is unique, every project is unique, and it's always exciting every year to be able to see what everyone does.
I'll just briefly add that I'm Mr. James LaRocca, the Associate Director of Science Research, that we're in particular grateful for this opportunity to do this in person, which is the first time we've been able to do that in a couple of years, so things are looking good. There's optimism, and we're so proud of our kids. They're enormously talented, they're super ambitious, independently motivated, and the future is bright.